So Rafi,
Yes.
Rafi Diab, thank you so much for this. So for those who don't know you, I'm sure most people know you, but like who's Rafi? So automatically some people would assume, same as me, that you are not Gambian.
I get it all the time.
Yeah.
Anyway, my name is Rafi Diab.
Yeah.
Born and raised in Gambia,
Yeah.
Nigeria, and England.
Wow. Yeah.
And I studied in Laos,
Yes.
primary school,
Yeah.
and then high school I went to St. Augustine's. I did 2 years there, and then from there I went to Nigeria.
Yeah.
My jihad from high school, came back home, then GDI, there for 1 year or so, and then after that I proceeded to the UK.
Yeah.
For higher education, university. I graduated in computer science.
Yeah.
Back in 2004.
Yeah.
And then Nega from Rabaraba war in 2007.
Yeah.
In middle of 2007, so I decided I want to come back home and then start up RNA company.
So RNA, what does I know what RNA do because you do projects for me. But for those watching, what does so you are a businessman? So what does RNA do?
Well, RNA Company Limited is we mainly specialize in graphic design, outdoor advertising, and general printing.
Yeah.
What's the main business right now is outdoor advertising, which is billboards.
Billboards, yeah.
You know, signages. But before we don't start, so only line of business at that time is printing, come flyers, magazines, and stuff like that. While that constitutes maybe you can say 20% of the business. Yeah. But majority of the business is about outdoor advertising.
Okay. For me, like the way I knew you is through my business, my money transfer company. I cannot remember, but someone gave me your contact. I needed something doing. I think it was sticker. No, it was sticker. Wow. It was sticker. The sticker to put a trust bank to show that you can receive money there. Yes, I've never seen you. Yeah. So I messaged you on WhatsApp. We spoke, sent you the design, you printed it, my brother came, collected it. That sticker is still a trust bank.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. It's still there. It's still there, even though, it's still there. So that's how I knew you. And then as I needed other stuff, like billboards and other things, which I asked you because you're in that field, and then it turns out you do all those. So I've been working with you. And through conversations, then I knew, you're actually from England. British citizen as well, as Gambian. So you could have been there, but no, you were here. So, of course, when we start talking about entrepreneurship and businesses and stuff, it's incumbent that we talk to people like you, because obviously you have friends that are still there, isn't it?
A lot.
Yeah, a lot.
My closest friends, in fact, they're there.
Yeah, exactly. But you were here. But sometimes in conversation, of course, you're a successful guy, which is something that most people admire too. But, of course, you didn't just wake up and be like this. So even when I started working with you, the first place you were quite different from here. This is much better, shows you're expanding. But for those that you've left behind, for those that are still in the UK, still on the 9 to 5 or the rubber, so to speak, what do you think holds them back? What do you think holds them from coming? Because there are some that wants to come back home and do stuff, but what do you think holds them?
Well, I think, for me, really, ever since I left Gambia to go to the UK to study, it was always my ambition and my aim that I'm gonna go there and then get my education, get my experience, and then come back home. There was no time where I was thinking I'm gonna go and stay there. But life. I went there, got married, became a citizen, and then I have a kid also in the UK. My first born is from the UK. But then. That desire also was always there to come back home. Yeah. Because the way I think is that Africa is going to be the future. Yes. And we have the youngest population in the continent, in the world. And I believe in the next 20 years, 30 years, Africa is not going to be where it is. It's going to be ahead. Yeah. And I believe people like us who are around right now, when Africa changes for the better, we'll be the first to benefit. Yeah. That is one. And two, I also believe that we are the ones to change this country.
100%.
We cannot expect to have anybody from foreign to come and change this country. And if it has to start from us. Yes. Okay. If I come back home, I'm able to provide even 4 employees. Yeah. And then you and maybe hundreds of us do the same. That's how the economy grows. You see, we should not sit down and always say that government.
Yeah.
We also have a role to play, especially the SMEs, the small and medium-sized enterprises.
Yes.
Yes, any economy in the world is the middle class.
Yes.
That runs that economy.
Yeah.
They are the one who goes and spend in the restaurants, patronize the tailor, patronize the guy selling cars.
Yeah.
The middle class, and what we're doing is to build the middle class in Gambia.
Yes.
And one that is done is going to improve our economy, and it only takes us
yes.
So you're expecting somebody else is going to come and do it for us.
Yeah.
We have enough. So this is where my motivating factors that made me come back home. And I can say most of my friends who are there, they have the desire to come back.
Yeah.
But they're scared.
Yes, because why I ask you that question, imagine even if you live in England, you're white and stuff, that's your home. That's why I mentioned white, that's your home. Even to go into business, to jump out of the 9 to 5, say to quit your job at Tesco or Morrison's, go into like entrepreneurship, it's scary.
Yes.
Also, even though with all the safety nets they have and everything, it's scary. But for us Gambians to quit that life in the UK, at least you have a stable income, regardless of what job you do. Even if whether you work at HSBC or you pick litter in the street, they have that middle class you mentioned, which is a very important terminology. That middle class, they have that. But our people, I think the scariest thing is I'm leaving all this security, this comfort zone, to come here. And because while they're there, remember, the social media plays a huge part in forming perceptions. Because especially
in my time, it wasn't there.
Yeah, so
now it's worse.
Because now the truth is, when you look at social media, you don't see anything positive that pushes you to come, especially Gambia. All you see is just negative, infighting, politics, needy hair. So how can anyone look through all that and still say, you know what, I'm still going? How?
You see, in my time coming back home, social media was in the store. 2007.
Yeah.
There was no Facebook at that time.
That's when I went to UK. 2007.
Even if there was Facebook, I don't think it was that. It was not as
it wasn't. It was
as it is right
MySpace and Hi-Fi.
Yeah, those ones.
And those were not where people fight.
No,
those were just posted pictures.
Change on it.
True.
So at that time, you see, it's very difficult for someone to be an entrepreneur.
Yes.
I'm going to always want entrepreneur.
Yes.
Because that kind of responsibility.
Yeah.
Every month,
yeah.
you are responsible to pay all your staff, their salary, their livelihood.
Yeah.
It's a huge responsibility that people cannot take.
Yes.
So not everyone is built like that. So, but then again, there are so many opportunities here.
Yes.
That even if you're an entrepreneur,
yes.
If you're here and you have certain jobs,
yes,
I can assure you that the lifestyle that you're going to live is much better than you being in the UK.
100%.
Because you see, the quality of life is also very important.
Yes.
UK, you can have, I've been to America, I've been to UK, I've seen people with good jobs, but they don't have any life.
No.
They just go from office.
It's a rat race.
And then they will have a nice house, but they don't even enjoy their house because they don't even spend time in their house.
Yes.
They're busy in the traffic, catching the tube and all that, going to work.
Yeah.
So the quality of life is not the same.
Yeah.
For me, you see, the things that people complain about, I don't really mind that much because, like, I'm not going to
all these things.
But I said to myself, look, I went to UK when I was 18 years.
Yeah.
I lived in the UK for 9 to 10 years.
Yeah.
So I've lived more years in Africa than in the UK.
Yes.
So
True.
Yeah.
Was at that time.
All those things.
Thank you.
So when I'm in the UK, I come back home, it's normal for me.
Bro.
So man, you see, it's a comfort zone sometimes.
Yes.
Life is all about risks.
Yes.
It's all about risks.
You cannot grow in a comfort zone.
Why not some business we employ invest in life?
Yeah.
You never analyze risk.
Of course.
But you don't, if so there risk what time you mean that 100%.
Blow up. Yeah.
Anything can happen in between, but they still did it.
Of course. They're
more
determined to do more again.
So folks sometimes get out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
And do the right thing, very nice sacrifice.
Yes.
You see, when I came back home, the first advice my dad gave me, at that time, Minister of Finance.
Yes, Minister. I remember that time when he was.
One is you gotta have a business.
Yeah.
I'm 1 foot in Gambia.
Yeah.
You're 1 foot in the UK.
Thank you so much. I love that.
You have to be in Gambia 100%.
Yes.
Because so by some business talk
yeah.
it will never work.
100%. I agree 100%.
Number two, as a businessman.
Yeah.
Try as much as possible to one reliance on government contracts.
Thank you.
Because government,
yeah.
So then
yeah.
Sometimes body business more than they favor.
Yes.
And man, ever since these are two principles I've stuck by.
Yeah.
Man, when you grind enough for 5 years, was not in UK.
Yeah.
I was here football.
So when you first came, you spent 5 years and didn't go back. Wow.
Immigration with my welcome back.
5 years.
It was business system. I've been doing
5 years. Yeah.
So these are very important, and also, solid business.
Yeah.
Business is not instant success.
Yes. Long term.
Sa passion.
Yeah.
Accept desire. More they move.
Yes.
Because sometimes some days can be very slow.
Yes.
Very dull. But some passion. Today I'm not passion. I'm gonna receive determination.
Yeah.
Do more they keep going.
100%.
Because I'm not your maybe I'm not don't make England hard.
Yeah.
Or wherever they are.
Yeah.
And then you come here, take slowly.
And they get frustrated and they go back.
Yes.
I've seen a lot of people.
Yeah. A lot like.
Yeah, and I've seen a lot of people deserve.
But because of why they have a short aim. Money they need quick money or they need already established income.
Yes.
So when they come back here, so it's slow, right?
Yeah.
They
give up.
But you see, I remember I have a friend of mine. Montam, he motivates people.
Yes.
Fadi. Fadi Hoshiemi, he's the CEO of MFG Group.
Yeah, Fadi. Yes. I seen his videos.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So Fadi, by that moment of time will things are immediate.
Yeah.
In free time, you talk, you get what time, Rafie. Things that I improve.
Yes, 100%.
You buy you
True.
That's exactly what I said.
Yeah.
You see,
yeah.
Don't let us feed politics or anything like that. One day, I think you are in the business industry. One thing about this current government,
yes,
local mundi accused of corruption is through sport.
Yeah.
But new businessman,
yes,
you free.
Yes, yeah, true. You can do what, you have no fear of at least someone coming locking you. Yeah.
You get innovate,
yes.
You get grow.
Yeah.
Even though
it's slow, but it's happening.
But that can don't invest because of that clear vision of. Clear example. All these apartments.
Yes, by the beach.
That are popular,
bro. Yeah. Yeah, because you be scared. Someone's gonna. Yeah, someone's gonna take. Yeah, true.
So kill current government.
Yeah.
What a little bit of
credit.
Yeah. New businessmen
yeah.
Guys you buy free.
Yeah.
You innovate, you create new products every day. And business, even though
it's slow,
but at least
it's happening.
Yeah.
I agree. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. And you see, another thing. You mentioned one thing when you said when your dad said, "Do not rely on government contracts." I was speaking to a friend. He's also from Europe, the family and everything, but they are moving back. So just like we are also doing, we were talking. I was just having random conversations, and it is some of those conversations that actually pushed me to start this podcast. He said he did a big contract for one of the government agencies. When it was time to pay him, just for example, they were supposed to pay him 1 million, but they paid him 1.5 million on purpose. And then they said to him, the 0.5 million, send it back to this account. So they gave him a private account to send it at. He refused. So because he refused, he never got a contract with those people again. So that's the advice your dad just gave you. So that guy, and when he said, I was shocked. I looked at him. I said, so because of his principle, he said to them, no, I'm going to return the money back to where it came from. Just like UK, when you go for a refund, they send it back to the card that you pay for. Wow. But these people, they ask him to give the money, put the money into another card. If he had done that, rest assured, he would have got another contact again.
And you know also what's so tricky about that is also that look at grouse, not grouse, or why risky.
Yes.
Doing business with government boy.
Yeah.
Maintain.
Yeah.
So when you might have government you might have contacts.
Yeah.
For Africa.
Yes.
Benin do you
yes.
Benin a guy,
Wow. Even though you were just a businessman.
Yeah. And then you know what's gonna happen? ñeneen maa block. and ñeneen su ñoo ñëw. they also come with their own people.
yes.
understand am nañu seen Rafi ak seen Tunkara yu war a ñëw. so yow les sign na so yow soo jëloon sa yaakaar rek nga def ko si government. yow yaa ngi enjoy contract. daal de di nga abrupt end doo da ngaa toog doo xam benn contract.
So as you as a businessman, your advice would be for those starting, because there's a lot of young Gambians starting now in real estate, in tech, so many things. Of course, we can work with government.
Yes.
But do not set up shop based on them giving you job.
Because man, this is
yeah.
This entire business is
government. Wow.
So because every day you know even you spoil, you 10 days. That's already better.
Only government.
Yeah, I've seen it.
It's too risky. It's too risky.
This is two clients.
Wow.
Two clients will know the system.
That's so risky. That's too risky.
Imagine if that guy that they depend on, if he comes out of that person, you're gone. But whoever is coming is also coming with their people.
Yeah,
that's how it works.
True.
Wow.
And that's
what advice see most governments.
Yes.
Most governments they think short term.
Yes, I agree.
Because so when I said generally governments the way we do business.
Yeah.
Even in time parents.
Yeah.
Lan la woon dem Dubai or dem Saudi. Dem Nigeria jël goods indi. Dem China jaay. Nga am sa profit nga demaat. Loolu lañ min.
Repetitive.
So the kind of business that we do.
Yeah.
Require long term.
Yes.
Thinking. Always reinvest in your business.
Yeah.
That is the only way you can grow your business.
100%.
So reinvest in your business. Then I find a better level for a guy.
And the competition changes. The competition elevates, but you are stagnant.
Exactly. Yeah. And look risky silo lumoy. Fee niti am hadis.
Yeah.
There's something called chapter.
Chapter, of course, yeah.
Chapter moy madam tay ma am contract pour renovate.
Yeah.
Let's say
a hotel.
Wow. Or maybe stadium or wherever.
Yeah.
$5 million contract, maybe I'm saying 3 million.
Yeah.
Chapter na first thing numa halal moy Range Rover.
Yeah. Second wife.
You know, second wife. Legally, I'm second wife. I'm UK. That Gambia UK. Yeah. And that guy now is bankrupt.
Exactly.
So this one
it's not sustainable.
You know, it's not sustainable.
Yeah.
So we get the business to grow.
Yeah.
Then I have to reinvest the business.
Yeah.
If you don't do that, you
will stay where you are.
So new established business, I'm on salary.
Yeah.
Get depend on that salary.
Yeah.
Halisi company be.
Yeah.
Do
not touch it. Yeah.
That is the only way.
Yeah.
You grow your business, and that's the only way also you start making real money.
Yeah, and you know what? It's interesting you mentioned that. I've been given that advice by people who've made that mistake. Like obviously, I'm in the money transfer space. They say to us, like in our business, like our bank accounts, you could see millions there today. Tomorrow, bro, you're 100,000. That's because it's customers' money. It's not my money. It's customers' money. So a friend of mine said to me, I made that mistake. I thought it was my money, and then I started putting it into things, and then I got in trouble. And then even my relationship manager at the bank also said the same thing. He said, look, you gotta be very careful because this is your account. They said, what you do, make sure you always know that you always differentiate between your money and the customer's money. So otherwise, you'll make a very big mistake. So I think it's just what you said. Most people, they cannot differentiate between what is the business's money and what is their own money to spend, which is a dangerous thing.
Yeah, it is. That's why it's always good. You have a budget.
Yes.
You have a salary.
Yes.
You stick to that salary.
Yeah, and pay yourself.
Pay yourself.
Yeah.
Say so new amal salary go okay. Cash power essence and then okay, I'm gonna pay myself this. And also make it so the business owner. Make that salary also a reasonable thing that it's not gonna affect your business.
Yes, of course.
Don't take excess
because you own business.
300,000 every month.
Because you own the business.
Yeah. So make it something reasonable.
Yeah.
And then use that money and reinvest in your business. Reinvest in money because man
yes.
It's not something I'm talking about go read
or
some theory. I've seen it. I've seen the figures I was making when I started. And I've seen when I started reinvesting and growing this company. I've seen the figures that I'm making. I'm seeing the turnover that I'm making. It is totally different from how I was. And evidence can show you. I started at Jollof to those better room. My move La Parisien. Sikau. Bobo had 4 rooms. You gave for move Caraba Avenue to Mori QCL. We had upstairs and then we had the store at the back. Then we won for it. And now I'm in a much bigger
place.
And my aim now is at least in the next 4 years, I build my own place.
Yeah, 100%. That's a success story, man. That's really good. And your stories, there's a lot that the young people can learn from. Either they're here in the Gambia or they're abroad. But as well, do you think though, with the likes of you, because what I feel is always missing is people like you are not exposed.
Yeah.
So for me, that's a big problem, because like you look at Europe, American stuff, these business people, either through the councils or through the government schemes or even private schemes, there's a lot of effort being put into making sure you people like yourself are exposed to the younger generation. But Gambia, what can we do to expose people like you? Because this job you're doing, there's a lot of kids who are talented, who can do some of this stuff you're doing, who can come and work for you. And I notice you have a lot of foreigners here as well. So the Gambians, what is the problem? What can we do to make sure that they see people like yourselves, and also the kids, to put into their heads that, you know what, you can be like Rafi, you can even better than Rafi because of what's going to be available to you. Rafi probably would not have that because of technology. Yeah. So
you see, that's part of our, sadly,
yeah,
that's part of our culture.
Mm-hmm.
Gambians don't celebrate success.
Yes.
Gambian, if you are successful,
yeah,
and you start showing it,
yeah,
then you're a kid of arrogant.
Yeah.
Key hamubam, key, you know.
Mm-hmm.
How man,
yeah,
how man that's culture. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But Gambians don't celebrate success.
Mm-hmm.
The complete opposite is in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Nigerians just celebrate success.
Yeah.
Nigerians say so jeko, all the respect.
Gambia, they try to beat you down.
Let me give you an example.
Yeah.
Fadu Bombetsula.
Yeah. ICC.
She was made the ICC.
Yeah.
Chief prosecutor.
Yeah.
When she applied for a job, I don't know how many people from all over the world applied for the same job.
Yeah.
And eventually, she got the job.
Yeah.
Okay. As an African,
yeah,
that was a huge.
Of course. ICC. Yeah. International
I remember that time.
Yeah.
My mom's one.
Yeah.
Swing French newspaper.
Yeah.
Ñom lam to mom taba ak ñom ñi fekk ñu court.
Yeah.
Time coup d'état.
Yeah. Yeah.
ñom la ga def front page. Te every day.
Yeah.
Te lolu sax ne ko don news rek. Lolu every day su ñom la ko mëna won court. Bobu la ga def.
Instead of celebrating this woman.
Ñom to mom def ñeneen ñi ko ñom rambu. Ñu def len bu mo ne ko headline news. Wow. Fadu Mohamed
yeah.
Story bi so ube I think on a third page also.
Yeah.
La ga ben column mu ndaw.
Fadu Mohamed I see. Yeah.
But you know what I did? I went on Google.
Yeah.
My Google the newspapers in Africa.
Yeah.
Labs, all these premium, whatever in Nigeria.
Yeah. Premium times. Yeah.
Send from newspaper. Fatu Mohamed for the one.
And Gambians are not doing that.
African being the chief prosecutor.
Yeah. Gambians are not
celebrating. Society, we just celebrate success.
Yeah.
So the guys that are very successful.
Yeah, because they're scared of being beaten down for no reason. And sometimes I see it on Facebook.
Okay, Holland Talib, for example.
Yeah.
Run campaign, all accusations he done.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, he got so pissed off because mom hamna the reason why I'm talking about politics.
Yes.
And mom hamna ne solu halis because he knows the sacrifice he's making.
Yeah.
He came out and he explained to them the kind of money that they have.
Yes.
As a company and as a family.
Yes.
You know what many are saying? But
it's not about money.
No, but that's how they think.
Yeah. They think you only come into it for the money. For money. Yeah. Thank you. We'll make a change.
So arrogant.
Yeah.
You see that kind of thing.
Yeah.
His documentary.
Yeah.
And at the end, he talked about how he became a bodybuilder. He was so tired of winning.
Yeah.
Moved them into movie acting.
Yeah, and then eventually
he was so tired of winning the way movie star.
Yeah.
He was already a millionaire.
Oh, there we go.
Because I've been a business partner about real estate. So
invest in real estate.
Hollywood roles.
Yeah.
He was not taking anything because of money, because he already has money.
Yeah.
So he wasn't a movie star.
Yeah.
So mom pare. Mu gis ne comme mom lu mu gëna bëgg ci aduna moy daf day bëgg dem around people di dimbalé nit yi xam nga la mu ne lolu mako motivé to go and give back and serve mo to mu ne wala ki lu tax ñun Africa mu ñoo xalaté comme ki ni mo xalaté ku dem be am xaliss da am everything and then nga nga serve people so lolu bu xala ci problème ñun duñ dé then they hide.
Yes.
Because of society.
Yeah.
But I never believe is very good because it's good we talk about our successes and achievements because we'll never motivate the next generation and the next person
to say, I can do this too.
Yeah. And do the same. And like you said, man, printing methods you might use and business practices you might use and everything. It's better than the generation I found here.
Yes.
And I know the people that are coming to replace us are going better than us.
Yeah, because they'll be more available to them. But they must have that mindset of putting money back in the business and stuff. Hold on, you mentioned something which made me laugh when you said about not celebrating success or people make you feel bad and you hide your success. Pastor Forbes, he made a joke. Well, not a joke. He said he made he explained something he observed in our society, which is very true. He said, when you have something nice, for example, you start going to work with a nice car, which is yours. But people say, hey, and then you in turn will like, oh no, small come in. So you downplay it because people make you feel bad for having something good. So you downplay it. Yeah.
One side of politics. What are people saying? He doesn't feel applied because he's not poor. So does it really take for you to be poor? To have sympathy for others who are poor?
Exactly.
No. But that's how they think.
Yeah, it's very sad.
It's very sad because you want to regress to society. The more than you move in your progress. Because that kind of mentality, who are getting success, go hand in that ligging, guy 9 to 5, they grind this level. So go make it. They never want to
celebrate. And then because like they say, to whom much is given, much is expected. When you celebrated, then it will be incumbent on you also to give back and also inspire others. But if you are being beaten and you have to go hiding, how can you help anyone? How can you help anyone from hiding?
Let me give you an example. Do you have time with Diab? So obviously he was in Caraba Avenue next to Tucson. Imagine how many man signboard.
Yes.
Signboard.
So
the man's office, so my signboard was 1 meter by 1 meter, very small. Because of what?
Scared.
I didn't even want people to know I'm there. Because of the moment you have the successfully. They're gonna come and start.
Yes.
They want to
No.
Yo, young out. Yo, government, you're not there.
Push. Push. Incentives.
Because government money keep business and business money in grow. Taxes you won't fake. We will get all this money back.
Yes.
Employment will create. They don't want you to loan because you never pay you money. If they have employment from this guy, we're not paying them.
Bro, this is, look at how Amazon is being incentivized. Like they have look, they open like in the UK, because a lot of my cousins and friends work there. The one in Birmingham now. Some of them are moving to Swindon or Bolton, some places. And the weird thing is when you move, they go and build the fulfillment center in the middle of nowhere. But you know, because the councils and stuff will give them incentives, tax breaks to come and build. And then Amazon in turn will give people incentives. Like some of my friends in Birmingham, if I remember one of them explaining, he said they were giving, I think, £5,000 just to move to that one. So many people take it. I'm like, all of us, I saw all of them going. I was like, why? He said they give you $5,000 to move. So you work there for at least, I don't know, 6 months or so, then you're free to move back. But here, Gambia, but these are simple things. You know, I don't like to say, I don't like always comparing Gambia to UK, but these are just common sense stuff that the people in charge, the powers that be, are supposed to just look at this and emulate. If you build, so for example, you're in this business now, if you build a center where you and others in your industry come and lecture or motivate or talk to the young kids or even give up maybe once a week, you go and give them guidance on how to do this. That's a win-win. So that's the future generation we're equipping to handle the future problems that we're going to have.
For me on my part, I always try to do some things. Because whenever that people engage me in sharing my story or trying to talk to the youth, I always do. Kebe at GYCC, Gambia Youth Chamber of Commerce, he's someone that I always whenever he asks to bring in the youth, the young entrepreneurs and training for me to show them and stuff. I always invite them.
Okay, they do that.
Yeah, I even posted one on Facebook.
That's good. That's good.
There was a huge contingent of youth that came here.
Perfect.
And I always do that. Yeah. Also, I'm going to try my story. Yeah. How I started.
Yes. For them
to tell people, for them to understand.
Yeah.
You see, many people don't know. But when I started RLA, I didn't have huge capital from the UK. and came and started it.
Yeah.
No. When I came back from the UK, I only had $6,000 in my account.
Wow, $6,000.
$60,000.
Yeah.
30,000 I used to do the crazy tile and my lights at home for the finishing.
Yeah.
I moved on my own.
Yeah.
And all the 30,000 I took it to Justice. I registered the company.
Wow. $30,000.
$30,000. That time, you see, when I came back, I looked at the printing industry and I saw that the way they were printing was very expensive.
Yeah.
And the quality was poor.
Poor, yeah.
Because they were using office printers to do commercial printing.
Yeah.
And office printers, the inks are very expensive. And the quality is not even the same as if you use commercial printers.
Yeah.
I went to Dakar with my partner then, and then we saw this printing press called Imprimé Duchamp. It was owned by this French guy called Bernard. But this guy, he liked us, and then he was printing at very, very good quality, but also very cheap. Because at the time, the delicacy was strong, and also what they were printing, for example, an A3 poster at that time, they used to charge $25 in Gambia.
Yeah.
Okay. In Dakar, I was printing for 3.
What?
And I'm
25 to 3?
Yes.
$22 is different.
Yes, and I'm charging 12.
Oh yeah.
So you as a customer, you're already happy because you now have it as
half.
less than half.
Yeah.
And then I'm happy also because I'm making profit.
Good margin, yeah.
Good margin.
Yeah.
So in that short period of time, we used to take the ferry.
Yeah.
We cross, go to Amdalai, set plus.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't get to Dakar till 5 a.m. in the morning.
Wow.
I've done that several times.
And
then from
you collect them yourself and bring them.
Yes. And then from there, when I started making money, we bought a pickup. And the pickup started going back and forth, And then we bought 2 pickups, me and my partner, who never had a pickup.
Yeah.
But then it went to a point where I knew that Lee will continue.
Yes.
Because what will it take for just Tunkara to come and do the same thing?
Yes.
So then we started taking that money
and
reinvesting it. And also started doing things you have made. Basically changing.
Yes.
You need to survive.
Yes.
And exactly that's what happened. What happened was, at the end of the day, Dallas started depreciating.
Yes, so you couldn't,
People also printing, their volume started to go down.
Yeah.
People, Africans at that time, print 5,000 posters.
Yeah.
In fact, Africans are supposed to end, they got their own team to do it for them.
Ah, see,
yeah. So, the guy is like, but man, by the already help. If I come and come, how do you know? Till now, I reinvest. They've got things on me, basically collapse.
Yes, true.
It's always important.
Longevity, survival,
Because, iPhone and Samsung they use phone.
Yeah.
But I remember just 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Nokia use.
Yeah.
So business was never never continue.
No.
They cannot innovate.
You'll be dead.
Most of the biggest mistake you could ever do. Because can I do it from nowhere? Kill out. I remember you can do.
Yeah.
Time was you
Yeah.
See tablay.
Yeah.
Live more than for the draw.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah. Come on,
no one.
Then you take over the law.
Yeah.
In the next 10 years or 20 years, how can you if I obsolete?
100%. 100%.
So, in business, you have to be very vigilant.
Yes.
Like, always try and innovate, to create new products that will keep you in business. Because so rely on one thing. Something better and kill out.
True. I mean, bro, in the industry that I'm in, the money transfer, we have that such threat, Wave. We have, so all the bureaus are going crazy because Wave. It is not scaremongering. We're actually here to make, their motto is, it's on their website, making Africa a cashless continent. So making Africa a cashless continent means there's no bureaus. So this is just, you can fight all you like, but the reality is, look, even you and I, we don't want to carry cash.
No, I hate cash.
Yeah, exactly. We don't want to carry cash. And especially look at the quality of the cash we have here. So eventually, we will all be forced, whether we like it or not, we'll have to go digital. So, since I started business with you, I don't think I've ever given you cash. It's only bank transfer. So, it's simple as that. No one wants to be carrying cash.
I went to Nigeria for a week.
Yeah.
And I didn't carry cash.
Seriously?
A week.
Nigeria?
Even taxi.
Seriously?
You pay with your phone.
Seriously?
I was there for a week. I never held cash.
Nigeria?
I
swear I never knew that they had that system.
Yes.
I've never been there.
They have like 5 or 6 of them which are very, very popular. And
so, even the taxi driver?
Taxi driver, even if somebody pays you money.
No, come on.
Oh boy, can you give me something?
Yeah.
You get, I don't know how they call it.
You transfer. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Just like you give someone credit here. Over there you can give someone money.
1 week, I didn't hold any cash.
Wow, that's incredible.
So
that's what,
like you said, so the guy said right now, with came on in the store.
No,
so it's
no.
either
Join,
you also change,
innovate,
or you die.
Yeah, simple as that. Innovate or die. So no matter how much protectionism the government plays, at the end of the day, people do not want to carry cash because it's convenient. Wow. So why do you think I read the book about Uber and stuff, and also listened to the podcast about the story. Even when the regulators didn't want them there, they when the regulators were trying to shut them down, they were telling the people, regulators are shut us down.
And the people are the ones who put those
yeah. So once you provide a service that people enjoy, trust me, no regulator can show you down.
Because what happened was the taxis, they had their lobby.
Yes, yeah.
And their lobby was powerful.
Yes.
And Uber realized that lobby, no negative problem.
Yeah. So they went to the public.
They mobilized the customers.
Yeah.
You know, hey, taxi drivers, they wanted to go back to the old times.
Yes.
They say, hell no.
Yeah.
They were reminded those politicians that, hey,
we put you here.
Taxi union.
Yeah.
And at the end, that's
they win. Yeah. And when I read the book about their story, they employ the same strategy in so many cities. And I think there's a lesson in that for pretty much every businessman. Always serve the people, because if you serve the people, even if the regulator does not like you, there's nothing they can do, because they will look at it as if they touch you, then they're touching the people. They're harming the people.
And they're working for the people.
And then next election they'll be out. Yep. So in some cases they might not even wait for an election. So what say the challenge is now, because of course here Gambia you have to graft and graft and graft for your business to get anywhere. But what challenges would you say? What would you say? Sorry, rather, are the biggest challenges right now for business people and especially entrepreneurs without financial investments, who just trying to do it themselves, who come abroad with their savings or take a loan from someone? What challenges do you think they face, regardless of the industry?
Challenges number one is personnel. People working for
right people
to work for you.
Yeah,
it's a big struggle in this country.
Yeah,
because it's sad, but most of our youths in this country, they don't see working as a career.
Yeah, they
see working as just a short-term thing to do.
Yeah,
whilst they are able to your problem.
Yeah,
that's how they see work. Look, I have dealt with so many youth. I don't talk based on just something that I read. I talk based on experience, personal experience. And I've been in this business since 2007, October, till now. That is more than 10 years.
15 years.
15 years now.
Yeah, 16 years,
and
almost.
What I've observed with the youth in this country is that they see work as something that they do for now, to hurry on.
Yeah, no career thing.
So hard I problem mooy yow liggéey bi faadawloo.
Yes.
da ngaa ñëw rek pour raba rek liggéey rek.
nga dem
nga ñibbi doo dee use sa initiative. waroo def dara. koo xam ne nag gis na léegi as carrière. moom moo di put all his effort. xam na ne ok man su ma debalee kii pour compagnie bi grow. man damaa grow waale ak compagnie.
yes mu ñu dem ubbi seen.
so your number one problem is personnel. trying to get the right personnel. so moo tax yow soo ñëwee especially from abroad. all the good qualities that you have. da nga war a nekk fii ak gars yi foot to foot pour nga instill ko in them. dina difficult nag waaye. once in a while you get the good one.
yes
but I can tell you ne majority of the staff you're gonna have. ñëpp dañoo nekk staff yoo xam ne they are below standard. waaye soo mënee am maybe 3 or 4 or even 2 sax. yoo xam ne ñu si coopéré yoo xam ne ñu ngi liggéey comme ni nga liggéey. ñooñu nañ mën a régler affaire si soo fi nekkutee. loolu bokk na si one obstacle you face. Any business in Gambia. Through Gambia. I don't even think it's only unique to Gambia, but it's unique to many
globally. But especially Gambia, because the reality is we have this mentality where it's just like you said, bro. You go to many places. Our brothers, our friends, even some of the people we grew up with, they're still doing the same thing they've been doing for 10, 15 years, sitting down in the corner, drinking attaya, and all that. Yeah, the harion. Instead of, and you have the Senegalese coming from Senegal, selling things in the street, hawking, and then opening shops, selling mobile covers. They have shops, and then they travel, or they're here, they're wealthy. Seriously, bro, I know a lot of people that I grew up with. Wallahi, when I traveled in 2007, when I first went to UK, what I left them doing, they're still doing exactly the same thing. And I know some other Senegalese as well. Even I saw one of them while driving here. I haven't seen him since I traveled. He came out of a 4x4. I just looked at him and smiled. I said, and that guy, I remember when he came to the country, because they come here with nothing. They start selling mobile covers or start selling coffee and stuff. Now, many of them are super wealthy, and they bring their brothers, sisters, wives. But our own Gambian people, majority of them, it's hard to say this. Sometimes you get insulted for even saying it.
One of my closest friends.
Yeah.
Mom Senegal, he came here when I was very young. And he was working with his brother in the tailoring workshop. I remember at that time, he will go to the tailoring shop in your whole day.
Yeah.
So yeah. Boy,
exactly.
Guess what? Ngon gudi sujere ñu dem Calabas o ñu dem waaw dem dem sauce ah ñu ko don mok ñu daal boy ala dem wa faire ba dum
wala lol si
su duggé ci bitam boy do ma jëlal drink and these are the same people ñu xam ne ñu ko mok but today that guy ku ñon mok ne mu ngi peral mu ngi ni mu ngi Uganda mu ngi won mu ngi dekay dekal
because of the discipline Mrs. Souf
of course
so xam nga my friend Badara Ali I spoke to him as well. This is one of the things I said because he also works with a lot of youths and stuff. So he's saying it's the discipline and the mentality from when the kids are young. So I don't know whose job it is.
How much better problem in our society is that Gambians are good role models. Because so hard growing up, especially in my generation, they still don't exist.
Yeah.
Ñun suñu role models, to be honest, at that time, we had a drug dealers ñu jóge Germany.
And with the big cars with the personalized number plates.
Sol la ngeen sol jaar noppa. These are our role models.
Very true. You're right.
Ñun mu ñu naka sense fu mu won fu mu tudd dañu taw sol comme gars yi ba taw ci corner dañu ngay fay. So ñun ñi lañu aspire to be. ñun amuñu any global superstar like Senegal has in Yusufu. ñoom Bawa Mal. amuñu any global sports guy that Senegal has now. Like ñoom Sadio Touré even before Sadio Touré sax ñu fa nekkoon. So ñun suñu society ba tey lu ñu gis mooy booy semestre yi ñëw fii. December. January. They drive the nicest cars. They get the nicest girls and stuff. So sadly. suñu youth si. ñi lañ dee aspire to be.
So no inspiration to be business people or go into tech and all this stuff.
But they don't see the lives of Tunkara, they don't see the lives of Rafi. Because you know how you make your money.
Of course.
You don't take all your money. Before Palanga just have you go to flashy Range Rover. We get $4 million. You have to focus on in 3 months, that's $4 million.
Thank you very much.
So you never do that.
No.
Wow.
Exactly.
I'm not Halis, 3.
Yes, exactly. And then you buy one.
Wow. I buy one. Because man xam naa xaalis bi njëriñ la fu ma ko mën a dugal foo xam ne within 3 months dana jëlaat xaalis waaye ñoom ñu ngi lay émuler mooy ñoo xam you know most of those ñu ngay faje
true
lu ma wax ni nag ñu bari dem si mbere
of course dëgg la bro look when you said it straight away clicked obviously we cannot name names it's true so that's what I'm saying for us to expect intent because you and I cannot do this whatever we do we cannot do it forever we need our kids and our younger ones to come and take over. But we have to ask ourselves, are we instilling that mentality in them now? Sadly, I think the answer is no. So we're not instilling the mentality. Because when you look at Senegal and other countries, the stuff they're doing to groom these kids into these roles, I don't think we're doing that yet.
Like I said, maybe you can see in the sports section. Because at least
that's natural.
You know sports. You get try. At least you get but so music industry. Mu ngi try léegi. because of di nga gis comme ñoom ST. at least léegi ñu ngi am carrière. gis comme gisul mu ngi am na si kër. so at least boobu tam mu ngi xalaat inspire. waaye when you see context Senegal Senegal people who are in education and people who are in UN and they get celebrated in their country because they value.
Yes, but we don't do that.
I can tell you that a lot of governments, you have you see, in high levels in
World Banks and
all these UN agencies. Even America has a top companies if you have governments and high places. But where do you even see it?
No, you don't hear anything about
them. So you have holiday visa. I'm not different from holiday big girls that don't have any.
Wow.
Because you never have So
is that about those people? Those are people when they come in say, look. Can you spare 2-3 days out of your holiday? Let's go to schools, go talk to kids, tell them what you bro. In European stuff, that's what we see. You go to the school. Imagine someone comes from either you or someone comes from abroad with such pedigree behind them. Go to these schools, explain to these kids.
You have at least there are 2 or 3 or even 5 kids who are inspired.
Thank you very much. Yeah. And maybe even one of them will probably end up being like you or even better than you, and it becomes a win-win for us. Wow, it's we have a long way to go.
We have a long way to go, but you see, we cannot abandon this country.
Yeah, it's ours.
This is our country.
Who's gonna fix it?
Nobody but us. So, man, I'm a very optimistic person. I'm not pessimist. I always believe in that the future is bright.
Yes.
And I don't believe in should develop the effort. If you have 100 Rafis and 100 Tunkaras and many of us coming back and building this country, it will surely be a place to be. The better time, Luma advise most diaspora. You need to go pull new, I see it.
Yeah.
So them are too condescending when so that they're 10 years when you get from the come on. So I see it.
Of course I agree.
So sometimes, yes, it's good to highlight the nonsense really happen for you.
Yeah.
Why people talk even cast at the end of the day, you'll not be happy. Bad relationship.
Yes.
And whatever you want to do in Gambia, you need people to help you succeed.
Yeah, especially if
you come around looking down on people and then how you gonna
no.
You know. So Lee is very good. So new. Now what is expectations? You are back home.
Yes.
The few things is not the same as out there.
Even
though you're trying for it to be that level. But now not understanding more reality.
Yes.
If you are there and they're here, you cannot just be here and waiting for them to come.
No.
Come down to that level and then help you grow.
Thank you.
That's going to be faster than people. And now hard guy it's not going to happen.
That's I don't want to finish it, but I'm going back. But it's incredible. We have to sit down again and again because 15 years of doing this, I'm sure we have so many more nuggets to give out. So we'll do this again and again, bro.
And appreciate.
Thank you so much, man.
Thank you so much. Definitely, because it's very important that we have things like this and this new highlight. I'm very honored also. Being was a first podcast and you chose me to feature in it. But rest assured, we're here to support you.
Of course, Thank you.
Anytime you need us for interviews and stuff, we're always here to provide.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you once again. Thank you so much. Appreciate this, man.